Good afternoon and welcome to Ontario Tech Gym here. My name is Cole Hales. I'm joined here with my co-commentator Jackson Vidori for some quarterfinal action of the Under-15 Women's Canada National Basketball Championships between Alberta and Team Saskatchewan. And Jackson, we've had the pleasure of watching both of these teams greatly throughout this week. We've seen Alberta a lot, we've seen Saskatchewan a lot. Both these teams in their last game, Saskatchewan, big blowout win. For Alberta, it was yet another loss to BC, 62-45. Going into this quarterfinal matchup, the winner of this one will take on Ontario, who got the bye because they swept the preliminary rounds. Now, Jackson, looking at both these star-studded squads, what are you looking at both of them for the key to success here?
Well, Cole, first off, we've been talking about this matchup all morning, how we're excited we are to see both these teams square off. For Saskatchewan, I think you just continue. They had 2 blowout wins. They're 3-0. Their confidence is at an all-time high. You hear their bells ringing. Everybody who's been at Durham College and Ontario Tech have been talking about their fans, their support. Their confidence is at an all-time high and just playing their game of basketball. For Alberta, you have a lot to prove right now.
Yeah.
They're 0-3, but Cole, this is not an 0-3 team.
Not at
all. Tough loss to Quebec down the stretch. Played against Ontario very well. Won a quarter against Ontario, and then played against a very tough BC squad that was also hungry. So I think for Alberta, you just have to let it all loose. This is your time to shine bright.
Yeah, they are, like you mentioned, 0-3, but this is not an 0-3 team. We've had the pleasure of watching this Alberta team throughout the week, and they're a really good squad here. They got a lot of good scores, and they play great defense in the paint. We're just seconds away from tip-off here between quarterfinal action between Alberta and Saskatchewan. So Alberta will take the first reins here with the ball. Here's Nev Hershey driving to the paint. Finding Haley Postoraro. She'll drive. Left-hand layup. That one's good. Quick and easy bucket to put 2 points on the board for Alberta. And that's going to be a wayward inbound. Not how you want to start the game for Saskatchewan. That's a turnover, a possession. Alberta's going to get a chance here to put 2 more points on the board.
Great turnover force and a great bucket by Haley Postoraro, the captain of this Alberta squad, starting off strong for the team in white.
Hershey to inbound. Here's Grace Backer. Screen from Postoraro. She'll take it now. She'll drive to the paint, putting up a left-hand layup. That's no good. Valpreda trying to get to it, and she does. So that's Holt Malore stealing it right out of Nev Hershey's hand, and here's Woloshin now driving, putting the body on the line, going up, and that's a 2 free throw attempts there for her. So Woloshin, we spoke about her a little bit earlier this week yesterday when we played, when we talked about Saskatchewan, we watched their game. She's just a fiery type of player. You saw there, that's something she's going to try to do every single time she gets the ball. Drive to the paint and force contact for free throws.
Yeah, Woloshin is just so fast, but she's so determined on just getting a bucket. She's a very good shooter. She's a 3-level offensive threat. And right now she's averaging 12.3 points per game, 6 right now in the tournament. She led Saskatchewan in scoring their past 2 games. She's really just their threat on offense.
Second one falls through for Woloshin, so 1 point on the board here for Saskatchewan. Full court press here from the team in green to start this one out. Granville was able to get it to Backer, but now she's being double-teamed near midcourt. Here's Hershey now being double-teamed. Out to Grace Backer for 3. That one's off the rim and out, rebounded by Larson and off the leg of Valpreda on Alberta, so it will be Saskatchewan ball. Both teams starting out with the full court press here. Just a minute played here in this first quarter. Here's Holt Malore. Here's Levy now driving. Spin move, turnaround. That's off the backboard. It's no good. Haley Postoraro now can get out on transition for Alberta. Drainville now top of the perimeter for 3. That one's no good. Valpreda tried to get her hands on that one, but yet just couldn't come down with the rebound yet again. So early on, an offensive flurry from Alberta, but Saskatchewan kind of struggling here.
Some good looks from Alberta. I like the patience by Haley Postoraro. Just finds her step, find her footing, found Drainville. A good look, just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Holt Malore trying to pick up her dribble. She does. Finds Woloshin now. That's going to be a travel call, and that will be Team Alberta ball.
Yeah, I just got stuck on the dribble there, Wallachin. She knows she'll make up for it, though. Saw a little smirk there. It's early on.
Here's Hershey. We spoke to Nev Hershey's parents earlier this week, and they told us a lot about her commitment to this game from Lethbridge, Alberta, and it's a far ways away from places like Calgary and Edmonton, where a lot of this Alberta team is from. So it's a long journey for Nev Hershey all the way here to Oshawa, Ontario. Holt Malore with the steal here. Great pickpocket there on the pass. There now finds McLennan driving to the paint. She's able to keep that one and give it to Wallachin for three. That one's off the rim and no good. We know how good she can be from beyond the perimeter.
We do. Alberta's lucky that she didn't drain that one because you cannot leave her open.
Fosterero now, spin move, pivot. Great outlet pass to Grace Backer on the perimeter. And that's just a great basketball play there. Grace Backer with her first three of the game and first three-pointer for Team Alberta.
Backer has been so star-studded for this Alberta squad. She usually likes that downhill drive, but proving that you can't leave herself open as Holt Malore gets called for a travel. That's Saskatchewan's second travel.
So Burrows will check into the game here for McLennan.
Yeah, Burrows looking to prove some star-studded talent. She currently leads this tournament in three-point percentage at a near 42% clip. Looking to score the basketball for Saskatchewan. It looks like an illegal screen is called.
Illegal screen there off ball, so it's going to be Saskatchewan ball. Holt Malore now, 5-1 for Alberta, so Saskatchewan is in need of a little bit of offense here. That's a backcourt violation. Just a little bit too much pressure there, again, a little bit too handsy.
Yeah, just keeping that intensity, trying to force the turnovers. Alberta forced a few turnovers here in the first quarter, just trying to ride the momentum. Just a little bit too aggressive there by Nev Hershey near the halfway line.
So Zarifa and Wondrusek checking into the game for Alberta here, for Hershey and Valpreda. Handoff to Wallachin. Levy now. Burrows around midcourt. 5 seconds left on the shot clock here. Great cut from Wallachin, and that's a good basketball play there as they both point to each other. That was one they both saw out.
Burrows proving impact right away with a nice assist, but an even better cut by Wallachin. High IQ play.
Fosteraro is able to keep that one in. To Drainville now, top of the key. Spin move. Finding her teammate in the corner. That's Grace Backer. That's off the rim, though. Wallachin fighting for the rebound with Zarifa. And it will be Saskatchewan ball.
Tough rebound there by Wallachin. A good look by Backer. She made a three-point earlier on the right side. Thought, why not let it fly there? But a good look from Alberta. Alberta getting some good looks early on.
Roberts checks into the game for Holt Malore, and that is a shifty guard, number 6 in the green, that is stepping onto the court right now. Wallachin driving. Burrows now in the corner. Better ball movement here from Saskatchewan here. Here's Levy now. Puts a layup up. It's no good. Rebounded by Hannah Posterero. Great bounce pass to Grace Backer. She'll drive. Spin move. Tries to get her layup up. It's no good. It's going to be a travel on Grace Backer there. Just on the spin move. Just moved her feet a little bit too much there on the pass back to Posterero.
You have to give credit to Levy there. Missed a shot, but she tracked down Backer there. Stood tall, forced her to take that extra step and force a turnover.
Now that's a great pickpocket from Zarifa there. Great pass perception, just couldn't get her hands on it. Now here's Roberts. Driving now. Trying to find her teammate, just miscommunication there, and Alberta gets the steal. Here's Haley Posterero now driving and blocked by Levy. She's had a little bit of a block party last game. 3 blocks for her, and this one's starting off early on.
She really did, and another great defensive transition play by Levy. That's the second time that she's hustled back and stopped the basket.
Here's Haley Postorero, driving now. Back out to Wondrusik, step back for three. No good. Rebounded by Wondrusik, great hustle there. Finding Zarifa down low. That one can't fall. Levy on the rebound. Great pass perception, though, by Haley Postorero, stealing that one back for Alberta. Here they are out on break. Here's Grace Backer. Out to Hannah Postorero. She'll drive, puts the layup, spin move. And that's going to be a travel call. So yet another one in the span of just a couple of minutes here.
Just took that extra step with the right foot, got caught there. Good ball movement again by Alberta, finding the open teammate. I'm really impressed with how patient they're being right now.
Behind the back from Holt Malore is almost stolen by Wondrusik, yet she's fouled, so she gets lucky on that one.
Wondrusik doesn't like the call there. Tight move by Holt Malore there, trying to create the separation, just got collided.
Not a good pass there off the inbound from Burrows, so it's stolen right back from Alberta. Layup put up from Hannah Postorero, and it's good, so that's her first 2 points of this one. Here's Roberts now, hop step, back out to Burrows. That's going to be a travel call.
Saskatchewan not starting off on the right foot. Took the 2 steps there before the dribble, but lots of turnovers for the team in green early on.
Bradley Dawson checks into the game for Larson for her first couple of attempts here in minutes. Here's Zarifa. Driving on Orsanya. And that's an easy layup for Zarifa.
Nice bucket by Zarifa. Notice the one-on-one. Took advantage of it on that right side.
Roberts now dicing up her defender. Zarifa now got the switch. Puts the layup attempt up. It's no good. Orsanya blocked by Zarifa down low in the paint. Outlet pass from Postorero, no good. It finds the hands of Roberts and Green. Here's Holt Malore now driving, right side. Puts the layup attempt up, and it's good. Holt Malore had herself a game last outing.
Yeah, she really did. 18 points, 6 steals, 7 boards, near triple-double watch, but she had to sit out because there was a blowout in that fourth quarter. She's a talented player on all levels of the sport.
Postorero driving. Zarifa on the rebound. That's blocked by Orsanya. So you block me, I block you from the 2 big girls down low. Ball's fighting for on the floor here. Here's Roberts now with options. Driving, left-hand layups, no good. Almost rebounded by Bradley Dawson, but back out, Zarifa has it. Out in transition is Alberta, and that one just a little bit too number 1, Wondrusik. And it's going to be out of bounds for Saskatchewan ball.
Bodies are starting to dive all over the floor early on in this first quarter, Cole. It's quarterfinals. Players know what they're signing up for. And whoever wins this one has to face Ontario, so it is a battle test for both of these squads.
Ontario getting the bye after going 3-0 in the preliminary round, so it's them and Quebec in the semifinals. And you can see who will play Quebec later on today when BC take on Nova Scotia at 3:45.
Another good game at 3:45. BC getting a big win against Alberta. Saskatchewan, they're 3-0. But Alberta proving their worth at the moment.
9-5 is a score in favor of the team in white. Bradley Dawson, right shoulder. Levy now high post, backing down Valpreda. Finding a great cutting Burrows, but just couldn't control the ball there. It's yet another wasted possession for Saskatchewan.
Wasted possession, unfortunate pass there by Levy. Saskatchewan really like those backdoor cuts, and they're usually good at it. Just a misplaced pass a little bit to the left.
Drainville checking into the game here for Haley Postorero. So lots of switches here early on in the first couple of 7 minutes of the first quarter. Lots of adjustments from both teams.
Well, it's quarterfinals, Cole. You have to stay fresh. You have to keep that intensity high. And you've seen both teams keep up that high pressure.
That was great IQ from Roberts there to get behind Drainville and try to pickpocket the pass. Just tripped up the feet. Drainville fell, and it will still be Alberta ball.
You have to be careful near that sideline. As soon as one goes to the sideline, you know that double team is coming and that pressure is mounting.
We saw a lot of Team Ontario doing that, but Saskatchewan's starting to implement that in their game in their full court press. Great block shot there from Hope Malore. She may not be the tallest, but she's got the biggest start. Now here's Roberts. So Roberts will head to the line here after she was fouled for her first attempts of the game.
Roberts proving some impact early, got subbed on. She's had a great tournament so far, Cole. You've touched on her in other games. She's just so good at that coast-to-coast drive. 4th in assists in these first 3 games, averaging 3.5 a game. But what I'm most impressed of is her shots down low, and especially in that 2-point range. She leads the tournament in 2-point percentage at 61.5%. So she's just so efficient at getting down low and driving down in the paint and making that right decision, either with the assists, as you see she's 4th in assists, or getting the basket, shooting at a 61.5% clip inside that arc.
And you can see why she's up so high. She plays with so much pace and agility. She's really hard to stop, and it's almost intimidating when she's running at you, and that can create opportunities for yourself when your opponent is scared. Here's Nev Hershey now, pull-up jumper, no good, rebounded by Roberts off the air ball. Roberts picks up her dribble, and here's Levy now, high post. Looking for a handoff. Using her pivot, trying to find Bradley Dawson, she does. Here's Hope Malore, a little shimmy shake. Driving now, right-hand layup's no good, but she's fouled. 2 shots for number 21 here. Coming up.
Hope Malore had such a good game last outing against New Brunswick. We spoke of her stat line, 18 points. But she loves to get that free throw line full, and she is very, very efficient at the free throw line. She's first in the tournament in percentages for free throws made, and has made the 2nd most free throws at this tournament. So not only is she efficient on all levels of the court, but also at that charity stripe, which is so pivotal, as we've seen, Cole. A lot of fouls given, and free throws really add up, and Saskatchewan has been the best free throw shooting team so far at this tournament.
The free throws have been definitely a point of contention here in this tournament so far. You're getting upwards of 20 free throw shots at least from each team every single game. So if you're one of the best free throw shooting teams, you're going to have a way higher chance of winning games. Here's Drainville now with a lot of space. Wondrusek in the corner for 3. That one's off the rim and it's no good. Drainville chasing that one. Stolen by Bradley Dawson. Hope Malore now once again driving, putting a layup up, and that one's good. So a possible 3-point play here for Hope Malore. My apologies. This one's going to be a sidelines out of bounds there. Must have been a foul call.
They called an offensive foul on Hope Malore. Wow.
Here's Grace Backer in the corner for 3. That one cannot find the back of the net. Levy with the rebound, now being hounded by Zarifa, and Saskatchewan trying to get out here from backcourt. Here's Bradley Dawson. Wallachin now. Baseline drive. Finds a cutting Hope Malore. That layup can't go. Grace Backer now fighting for it on the floor. Almost ripped out of her hands. It will be Saskatchewan ball.
Another great cut by Hope Malore. You heard her whisper to Wallachin there, my bad. Saskatchewan just does such a good job at those cuts last second. They really know how to play as a team. Just couldn't get that nice finesse around the rim, but they're also getting a lot of good opportunities on the back end of this 4th quarter after kind of a slower start.
Yeah, slow start to the 1st quarter, but now kind of finding their groove, finding their offense. And most of the time, that's what happened in most of their games. They started off a little bit slow, but then they've kind of grown into the game here. And that's exactly what's happening. Here's Wallachin now. Haley Postorero guarding her tightly. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. 3-point attempt from Wallachin is no good. Nowhere close to the rim on that one. So Alberta will have a baseline inbound.
Yeah, Wallachin just had to force a shot there. Got enough separation with the step back to the left, but just better defense from Haley Passerero.
Passerero now, spin move. Grace Backer, top of the key, trying to put the moves on Wallachin now. Passerero in the corner. Scoop open under is no good. Off the foot of Levy, but still recovered by her. Now being hounded on a double team. Larson, Wallachin, great press from Alberta. You see whenever they're losing the ball or miss a shot, it's instant defensive pressure on the Saskatchewan players. Levy now being bumped around by Zarifa. Finds Wallachin. 3 seconds again. One more time. Wallachin for three. No good. Off the backboard. Had to huck up a shot once again. So defense is great from Saskatchewan, but offense is starting to reel just a little bit last two possessions.
That's the second time that Wallachin's had to force a shot on the left side, and she's being guarded very tightly by Haley Passerero, the captain of the squad, and proving why she is one of the leaders. Just tight defense on Saskatchewan's best player. Very impressive.
It's needed, too, because if Wallachin heats up, she's kind of hard to score. She's a great two-point shooter as well as a great three-point shooter, as Grace Backer hits the two-point floater. But she's someone that you're going to have to really keep your eyes on in this one, because if you let her give her the space or get in the rhythm of her shots, it's going to be really hard to stop her. 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shot trying to be put up by Bradley Dawson. It's no good, so first quarter action will end 11-8 in favor of Alberta. So great start here from the team in white.
Great start for the team in white, and Cole, we talked about it. This is an 0-3 squad in Alberta, but this is not a true 0-3 squad. And we were talking about this a little bit before the game, Cole, saying that, Saskatchewan's 3-0, Alberta's 0-3, but Alberta was placed in Pool A. They had to face the reigning champs in Ontario. They had to face the silver medalists in Quebec. They had to face BC, the fourth-place team of last year's tournament. So they got put in a very, very tough pool. In the Saskatchewan side, they got put in Pool B. They did what they needed to do. They went 3-0, but now they're being tested by an Alberta squad that won bronze. So yes, you may look at it, one team has won out and one team has lost out, but Alberta is very well battle-tested, and it's proving right now.
Yeah, they've definitely gone up against the best. Their first two games were against Quebec and Ontario. That's the gold medal winning team and the silver medal winning team. It's going to be hard to play those teams no matter what. Again, when we spoke to the parents, or some of the parents of Alberta, they spoke about how this is one of the first times these ladies have been together in a long time, some of them first time even meeting. So that chemistry needs to build throughout the week, and now we're starting to kind of see this Alberta team flourish now with kind of that added chemistry.
And I'm really impressed with Alberta's defense there, especially those last three possessions. They had to force Saskatchewan on three tough shots, which all three shots didn't even hit the rim. So they're really playing tight, 24-second shot clock defense all around the perimeter, forcing those tough shots and making it really hard for the Saskatchewan team to score, which this team in green has been scoring lights out all tournament. They have so many players on the court that can put up 10 points, 15 points, and we've seen it. The likes of Holt Malore, Wallachin, Larson, Burrows, the best three-point shooter of this tournament. They're getting locked down right now by this tough, tight Alberta defense, and very impressed with what Alberta is doing so far early on.
Yeah, Alberta's playing great, gritty defense right now. They've forced bad shots and turnovers from the Saskatchewan team. Right now, if I'm the coaches for the team in green, I'm letting them know to kind of calm things down, to play their game, get the ball movement flowing, because right now you can tell they're forcing a lot of things. So second quarter action just starting here in mere seconds. Wandersuck from Alberta will start us off here. 11-8 is the score in favor of the team in white. Hannah Passerero just can't contain the ball there. It slips right out of her fingertips, and Saskatchewan's going to get a chance here to get the first points of the second quarter.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication there. She's still moving right. Pass was placed a little bit to her left. Just a little miscommunication start off the second quarter.
Interesting, no full court press here from Alberta to start the second quarter, electing to just allow Holt Malore to bring the ball up. Here's a handoff by Levy to Holt Malore now. Stops her dribble, finds Levy in the paint, puts a layup up, and that's good. So Saskatchewan getting the first 2 points in the second quarter here. It's a 1-point game.
That's fundamental basketball, just a simple pick and roll. Holt Malore to Levy, flip it up and in, turn around. Good basketball from Saskatchewan.
Wondrusuk with Holt-Malor guarding her tightly. Here's Zarifa. Zarifa being hounded by Levy, so that's going to be a foul on the floor. Wondrusuk will check out of this one, and Nev Hershey will check back in for Team Alberta. Here's Backer. Great screen from Zarifa, just couldn't find her back on the pick and roll. Here's McLennan now. Larson. Holt-Malor. Crossover from Holt-Malor to Levy, high post. Larson now being hounded. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Just off the fingertips of Levy's hands and back in possession for Team Alberta.
Another good cut by Larson, but better defense from Alberta, just clogging up that paint, not allowing for Levy to really get open.
Here's Grace Backer. Couple screens from Alberta. Grace Backer trying to put the layup attempt up. It's no good. And a foul on the floor, so it will be Saskatchewan ball.
Saskatchewan.
It's a tongue twister.
It's a tongue twister. We're from Ontario, for anybody watching, all right? They're doing a really good job at forcing turnovers in this second quarter, playing up to par defense, the defense that Alberta was really strong out in this first quarter.
Definitely a switch of game plans here for the team in green, as said, loss of possession there from Holt-Malor, and now Alberta's out on break. Here's Zarifa, left-hand layup. That's 2 more points for number 12. Here's Larson now, great outlet pass. Levy losing it off her fingertips once again into the hands of Zarifa, and now Zarifa trying to reach that one just a little bit too far forward on the pass from Nev Hershey, so it's going to be a timeout taken here by Saskatchewan to talk some things over, as the score stands at 13-10, so it's still been pretty tightly contested.
Very tightly contested game, and Cole, we said before this game that we think this is the second and third best team. You know, obviously Ontario, they're the reigning champs. They swept last year. They swept this year in the pre-rounds, but we saw both these teams, and we knew how good they were. Despite Alberta not winning a game, they kept it very tight against Ontario, very tight against Quebec. So this is what I expected, a back-and-forth game.
Yeah, this isn't no disrespect to Quebec, but we did speak about it, how Saskatchewan and Alberta, throughout this week, we watched them play, and the way they play basketball just matches up a little bit better with Ontario. If they were to face off, one of these two teams will face off against them, so we'll see that tomorrow. But, yeah, these are two teams that, whether it's defensively or offensively, everyone knows their role in the team. Everyone has a role to play, and they execute it perfectly.
Exactly, and to me, I think Saskatchewan is the best offensive team that I've seen so far in this tournament. They just have a plethora of scores. But I also think Alberta is the best defensive team. They just well, it starts with the Passerero twins that we see walking on the court. Number 2, Haley Passerero, the captain. And number 21, Hannah Passerero, who leads this tournament so far in 6 steals per game, Cole. 6 steals.
Well, she's a defensive monster. Every time she's clogging up that paint or she's picking off passes. We've seen that a couple times already today. So after the timeout, Saskatchewan restart is here with Holt-Malor on the inbound. Roberts being hounded by Backer. She's able to break that, though, and get past half court. Hop step from Roberts. Turnaround jumpers, no good. Off the rim and Orisania's fingers, so it will be Alberta ball.
Good hop step by Roberts. We've seen her do that hop step all tournament. She really loves that hop step, loves that turnaround, but again, just better defense from Alberta, contesting the shot, making it hard.
It's going to be an interesting match. For Alberta, and that's why scoring in the paint has been a struggle here for the team in green. Here's Nev Hershey, jab step. 5 seconds left here on the shot clock. Out to Zarifa, 2-point attempt is no good. Rebounded by McLennan. McLennan pushing the pace now. Here's Skolny in the corner. She stepped out of bounds, so that will be Alberta ball once again. Lots of wasted possessions here from Saskatchewan, which has not hurt them greatly, only down by 3 here, but that type of stuff is what catches up to you later on in the game. Here's Backer.
Especially later on in the tournament as well.
Hershey, back to Backer. To Zarifa now, floater attempt. That's good, long floater. Almost a free throw line one from Zarifa, but it's swish and nothing but net.
Good ball movement by Alberta and a better soft touch from Zarifa. Saw her space, took it, and took that open shot, clean shot.
Foul by Grace Backer on Roberts, so sideline inbounding coming for Saskatchewan. As much as those fouls are bad and you don't want to take them, they're kind of good because they kind of show you that your team is on top of things. They're locked in. They're really, really playing hard on defense. And if you're playing hard on defense, you're always going to foul someone at least once. Here's Skolny now driving baseline. Here's Holt Malore now. Floater attempt is good. Back-to-back floaters.
Good cut by Holt Malore. Just such a high IQ player, and she has that soft touch, but has a hard fall there, coming in for that big steal, Cole.
She was able to get the steal, just taken down by Wondrusek there. A little bit of a fight for the ball in the air, and this time it's going to be Alberta ball.
Well, Cole, we know her defensive presence. She is third so far in this tournament in steals, averaging 3.8 a game.
Pretty good. 3.8 a game, almost 4 steals a game. Really good. Here's Wondrusek. Crossover from Wondrusek, almost loses her dribble. Right back out to Zarifa now. In the corner is Heina Postorero. Her layup attempt is no good. Rebounded by Orisanya, and then she's taken down in the paint. So Saskatchewan ball, Holt Malore to inbound here as Roberts checks out, as well as McLennan for Burrows and Wallachin. Here's Holt Malore off her head into the hands of Hannah Postorero now. Little pump fake, tried to pass to her sister, faked out Saskatchewan, and her layup attempt is no good, so it will still continue to be Alberta ball.
Tell you what, faked me out there too with her head on a swivel. Faked out the pass on the right side to her sister, tried to go for the layup. It was a great decision and a great look, just couldn't get that soft touch around the basket.
Here she is again, Hannah Postorero to Nev Hershey. Hershey now stops her dribble, back to Postorero. Driving, here's Zarifa for 3. That's good! So a couple of big points here from number 12, Zarifa, to help out Alberta now. It's a 5-point lead.
That's 5 points in the quarter by Zarifa. Great pass as well by Postorero. Just really likes that downhill drive, but she was very patient. She saw that the lane wasn't open, kicked it out to a wide open Zarifa. Great shot, great look, and she made it.
Hannah Postorero checking out for Drainville, number 8, here on Team Alberta, as Burrows will inbound us for Team Saskatchewan. Here's Holt Malore. Great cut from Wallachin now. Drives! And a big block from Zarifa. Here's Hershey now. To Zarifa. Drainville, Burrows guarding her. Stops her dribble to Wondrusek, takes a screen, step back, stops her dribble once again. Here's Drainville, 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Puts a layup attempt up, it's no good. And it's off the hand. Play going to be Saskatchewan ball.
Good defense there by Saskatchewan, but even better defense played before by Zarifa. We saw her 5 points so far in this quarter, but absolutely erasing Walsh in there, one of Saskatchewan's best point getters.
Holt Malore now. Outlet pass to Walsh and almost stolen by Wondrusek, and Walshin just can't keep that one, and she does actually. Back to Levy. No good on the layup attempt, so it's going to be Alberta ball here. Great pass from Wondrusek to Zarifa, and that one's good. Make that 10 points for Zarifa now in the first half. Stolen back by Wondrusek. That layup attempt is no good and taken aback by Holt Malore.
Just like that, Zarifa in the double digits. She's really having herself a quarter coming off this bench goal, shooting 5 for 9 so far.
In the games that we've watched Alberta, she wasn't super heavily involved on offense, but super involved today with 10 points already in this first half, and has been at the focal point of a lot of that inside offense from Team Alberta.
And don't forget her 2 steals and 2 blocks on defense.
Here's Haley Postorero. To Wondrusek. Driving, splits 2 defenders, puts the up and under over, and it's no good. Ripped out of the hands of Levy. Referees call it jump ball, so it will be the team in white.
Good recovery there by Wondrusek. Found the open lane on the Euro step to get wide open. Got the tough shot off, but made it up. Grabbing possession again for Alberta.
Here's Haley Postorero, pump fake on Wallishin. Back out to the corner for Wondrusek for 3. That one's good. So a great play there from Postorero to find number 1 in white for the three-pointer.
Tell you what, she missed back-to-back layups, so makes it up beyond the arc from the three-point line. 1 possession and also won her team 3 points.
Levy's rebound attempt is, or should I say layup attempt is no good. She's going to head to the line here for 2 shots.
Up to a double-digit point lead now, Cole, for Alberta. You have to start to ask where Saskatchewan's offense is going to come through. They scored over 80 points in their first game, won by 40 right now in the second quarter. They only have 4, so they're just really struggling on offense, but I think it's just Alberta playing better defense and forcing those tightly contested shots.
Yeah, a little bit of offense can come from number 10 right here, taking the free throws. Levy had 18 points last game with a little bit of a force of nature down low in the paint. If they can get her to start going, they can start to cut away at this deficit. And that deficit stands at 10 now, 22-12 in favor of the team in white. Here's Haley Postorero, driving left side, turnaround Jay, back out to Wondrusek. She'll attempt another three-pointer. That one is off the mark, though.
Just a little bit of a heat check there by Wondrusek. Made a three-pointer earlier, but tight defense by Saskatchewan, forcing the heavily contested shot.
Zarifa once again on the steal, trying to get it to Nev Hershey. She can. It's taken aback by Saskatchewan, and it's a foul call, and it will be the team in green's ball.
Zarifa with the active hands. She already has 2 steals and 2 blocks in this one. Staying active and staying on the court, coming off the bench. She's been a large impact for this Alberta team.
Nev Hershey will check out of the game here for Hannah Postorero as Holt Malore checks out for Roberts for Saskatchewan. Roberts now. Hesitation, hop step, getting herself in a little bit of trouble here. 5 seconds left on the shot clock as Levy. Layup attempt gets put up. It's no good. Rebounded by Wondrusek. Here's Hannah Postorero, right corner. Zarifa with the handoff to Wondrusek. Wondrusek now, pull up, jumper. That one's off the rim and no good. Burrows keeps it in and gets it to Levy. Here's Saskatchewan on transition now. Screen from Levy. Crisscross from Roberts. Dropped is Zarifa, and that one is off the rim from Roberts. Levy will pull up Jay. That one's good. We saw a lot of that last game from her, and she starts off with her first few points here in the same way.
We did, Cole. We know she likes those turnaround baskets down low in the paint, but she also loves those elbow shots as well. And every single time she takes those elbow shots, it's always a switch.
Always a switch. You know she practices them a lot because that's muscle memory right there.
It really is muscle memory, but a good timeout call by Alberta. It's Saskatchewan's first bucket in a few minutes, so definitely want to stop that momentum there. just talk over a few things, continuing to play that tight defense. I'm just so impressed with Alberta's ability to stay so strong on the perimeter. They have very strong, powerful women down low in the paint, and they're just doing a really good job at contesting shots and forcing up tough attempts.
Well, that comes from their guard play. Players like Grace Backer, Nev Hershey, Wondrusik, they're all playing really good on perimeter as smaller guards. On the bigger guards from Saskatchewan, they're some of the smallest girls out there on the court, but they're not playing like it.
They're not playing like it at all, but I think the two defensive anchors for Alberta is definitely the Pastorero twins. We touched upon Hannah a little bit before. Leads this tournament in 6 steals per game. 6. I mean,
6 is a lot of steals.
6 is a lot of steals. So she comes off the bench too, which is so surprising because every single time I feel like we're always looking at number 21 on the court, but we see them checking in again. Number 2 and number 21, the Pastorero sisters. Haley, the captain, by Hannah, also a very big impact. And to me, they've been the best 2 defensive players that I've seen in this tournament.
So the aforementioned Haley Pastorero will inbound us and restart here with 2 minutes left here in this first half. 22-14 in favor of Alberta here as Zarifa catches the high point pass. Here's Drainville now for 3. Off the rim and out, rebounded by Burrows. Here's Roberts now, double screen from Levy and Walshin. Drive from Roberts, turn around Jay. That's just rolls off the rim and in.
We talked about Roberts and how she loves that turnaround there. The patience that she had to get up a clean shot. Very clean move.
Here's Pastorero now driving, finds Drainville for 3, elects not to take it. That's going to be a travel. Wallishin loving that call, replicating the referee's movement there. And spinning her fingers, talking about that's a turnover, let's get going.
That travel call there was just due to that hesitation there. She wanted to elect to shoot that 3, then drove for the mid-range. It was just a little bit too hesitant. When you hesitate, your feet start moving too much. Got the travel call there, but Saskatchewan will take that any day of the week.
Inbounding coming for Saskatchewan, Burrows to take it. Here's Holt Malore. Double screen from Levy and Wallison once again. Great cut from Burrows. Down low. Layup is good. So a great play design there for Saskatchewan to put 2 more points on the board.
Yeah, Alberta just caught a little bit ball watching there. Burrows always going to slip back door there.
Wondrusik calling for a teammate. She'll find Nev Hershey. Haley Pastorero now will drive, try to put the layup attempt up. It's no good. She's fouled. So 2 shots at the line here for number 2. As Alberta will try to increase their lead here with 40 seconds left here to 6 points.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of free throw attempts so far here, Cole. That's actually Alberta's first free throw made. They're 1 for 7 at the line as Haley Pastorero breaks that seal. 40 seconds left to go in the half.
Yeah, the turnovers have started to slow down, and the silly fouls have started to slow down as the first half has winded down. Here's Levy now driving on transition. Stops her dribble. Burrows will attempt a 3-pointer. That one's off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Pastorero now. Ball's bouncing everywhere. Back to Saskatchewan and into Levy's hands. Here's Walshin now. Here's Holt Malore. Floater attempt is good. A tough floater with hands in her face. Holt Malore, 2 more points.
Holt Malore now to 8 points on the game. It's again that soft, light touch around the rim.
3 seconds left here. Hershey. Ball's deflected out of her hands. There will be 0.4 seconds left here in the first half. 3-point lead for Alberta.
Still enough to get a shot off, but great defense there by Saskatchewan. Knew that time was ticking, knew that Hershey was going to elect to take that shot and just got that last second poke to force the out of bounds.
Larson will check in here for Roberts. Obviously a personnel switch. 0.4 seconds left here in the first half. Here's Wondrusik. Shots up. Shots off the rim. We thought that one was in from my view. It's no good, so we go into the Halftime break, 23-20 is your score in favor of Alberta. And what a tightly contested first half matchup that was, Jackson.
Such a tightly contested matchup. Saskatchewan ended up bringing some better offense, ended up tying that second quarter 12-12. But I'm just so impressed with Alberta's depth. 15 bench points from them, only 5 from Saskatchewan. They're really proving just what depth and volumes that they have.
Yeah, it's definitely been a one where the entire roster has had a part to play here for both squads. It should be a really, really, really good second half here to find out who plays Ontario. So don't go anywhere. You'll be hearing from me and Jackson in just about 14 minutes for second half action between Alberta and Saskatchewan. Welcome back to Ontario Tech Gym here in Oshawa, Ontario. Alberta versus Saskatchewan here, quarterfinal action of the Under-15 Women's Canada National Basketball Championships. You're scoring this one 23-20 in favor of Alberta. Tightly contested first half. Both these teams been able to score the ball late on in the first half. But right now, going to the second half, it's for all the marbles. The winner will take on Ontario in the semifinals tomorrow. Your other winner in the other bracket, Quebec, they made the bye. They'll play either BC or Nova Scotia later on today at 3:45. But Jackson, back to this game. Both these two teams have played really well offensively and defensively going into the second half. What are you looking for as keys to success here?
For Saskatchewan, I think just continuing to move that ball and create good looks. I'd like to see Saskatchewan's offense run a little bit more off-ball screens, get some players open, get good shots, because right now Alberta is just doing such a good job on the perimeter. Just test their switch defense a little bit, but for Alberta's standpoint, they're doing a great job of creating looks, doing really well in transition, playing really, really good tight defense, and their bench has really, really excelled. I'm looking at Zarifa here, 10 big points, shooting 5 for 9. She's been very efficient, 55% from the field, but she's also been standing tall on defense, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and you see her right now getting to start number 12 in the second half. But she was a substitute coming into this game, Cole, so just proving her worth. She's been the star in this one between both sides.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of her in these first couple of games offensively, but today in the quarterfinals is putting on her best display. Number 12 here in white as Alberta gets it started. Here's Grace Backer. Tipped away by Hope Malore, but it will stay Alberta ball. So Grace Backer trying to find Nev Hershey there. And Hope Malore again with some tight defense. She's been doing that all tournament, all week, and she continues here into the second half of the quarterfinals. Here's Drainville driving, baseline. Blocked once again by who else but Hope Malore.
Yeah, Hope Malore always has those active hands. It's the second time that she's gotten her hands dirty on this possession. She averages almost 4 steals that we touched upon before, Cole, so loves to pickpocket those defenders.
Nev Hershey will inbound here for us. 6 seconds for Alberta to find the first points of the second half. Here's Backer now, 3 seconds. Down low to Zarifa, puts up a layup attempt. No good. Bouncing around everywhere. It's a loose ball foul, so it will be Saskatchewan ball. Now for Saskatchewan's first attempts here to put some points on the board. Here's Woloshin now for 3. That one's good. Nothing but net. First 3 of the game for Woloshin.
Nice pick and pop there to create some space for Woloshin. One of the deadliest three-point shooters for the Saskatchewan side. She's 3rd right now in the tournament in three-point percentage.
Here's Hershey. Pull up J from the baseline. Good. So first points of the game there after going 0 for 2 for Nev Hershey.
A little bit of a slower start for Hershey, but she had 18 points last game. She's 4th right now in the tournament, averaging 14.3 points.
Hope Malore thought she was going to get the foul there. No foul call. Great defense from the Alberta. And here's Grace Backer, right shoulder corner. That 3, that's good. So a couple of threes here to start the game off. That one is from Grace Backer.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Grace Backer with her 2nd triple in this one.
Woloshin down the sidelines now, being pressed by Backer. Here's Levy to Hope Malore. She'll attempt a three-pointer. That one's good. So a couple of threes here to start us off in the second half. A flurry of offense from both teams.
You'd love to see it, Cole. 3 after 3 after 3. Usually see some tough layups down low by Hope Malore, but proving that you can't leave her open beyond the arc.
Here's Nev Hershey, jab step, driving, trying to put a layup attempt up. No good, but she's fouled. So Nev Hershey will head to the line here to try and put some more points on the board. Score stands at 28-26 in favor of Alberta, 2-point game. Alberta will score, Saskatchewan will score. Both these teams offensively have been great.
They have really been great, and a good offensive possession there by Alberta, just getting the shot up by Hershey, drawing good contact. She just has such commitment to this game. We talked to her mom the other day, and she says she loves the game. She's committed. She's the youngest of 4. But their parents, they're committed to drive 5 hours to Edmonton for her training. They came obviously a long way here to Oshawa, and she's been showing out. She's third right now in the tournament in field goal percentage, shooting 42%.
Here's Hope Malore now on the handoff from Larson. Down the sideline she comes, behind the back. To Levy, pivoting. Great pivot there from Levy to get past Zarifa, but it's blocked and stopped by Zarifa there at the rim, so it will be Alberta ball once again.
Standing tall, that's what you don't see on the stat sheet. No block, but good contest.
Three-point attempt from Haley Bostorero is good, so Alberta must have went into the change room and found their three-point shooting form.
Threes aren't really part of Haley Posterero's game. Oh, here's Grace Backer.
Trying to put the layup attempt up there, no good. Walshin now driving on transition, going up right hand, lays good. Easy bucket there for number 8 in the green and yellow.
Cole, this game's starting to really open up in the third quarter after a slower first half.
Both these teams definitely went into the halftime break talking about how they need to both trail away from each other, and that's what both are trying to do right now. Here's Zarifa now off the handoff. Layup attempt, no good, off the rim and out. Stolen right back by Wondrusik now to Haley Posterero. So Alberta back on it again. Here's Nev Hershey. Crossover, spin move, drive, splits 2 defenders and fouls is Nev Hershey. So she'll head to the line for 2 shots once again.
Just fundamental moves by Nev Hershey. The in and out, the spin move, the hop step to create the space. That's not something you see from an ordinary player, Cole. She does a really good job at just creating that space, creating that good shot for her, and gets to the free throw line yet again.
Yeah, first game for her, Nev Hershey didn't get the most offensive action as well as playing time, but since Monday has been ecstatic and amazing for this Alberta squad and has been able to illustrate them all the way here to the quarterfinals and help them with this lead now.
And she leads this Alberta team in points with over 14.
So Walshin will check out here for Roberts as Larson will inbound for Saskatchewan. Here's Holt Malore, tightly guarded on the sideline here by Grace Backer. Holt Malore, great behind the back there, trying to find a cutting Larson, just couldn't find her. We'll find McLennan now. McLennan to Levy, pull up Jay. That one's off the rim. In the corners, Grace Backer elects not to shoot the 3. Turnaround, spin move. Layup's no good. Rebounded. Picked up by Levy. Here's Levy now out in transition to Holt Malore. 3-point attempt from her is good. So 2 3-pointers here for Holt Malore in the third quarter.
Great transition by Saskatchewan. Holt Malore picked her spot, set her feet, and gets her second 3 in this quarter.
Here's Zarifa, top of the key. Hand off to Wondrous, a deep 3-point attempt there, off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Roberts. Out to McLennan now, driving. Turnaround, tries to find a cutting Holt Malore. Ball's bouncing everywhere, it's on the floor. And it will be Saskatchewan ball.
Holt Malore diving on the floor yet again. We spoke about how pivotal she is on all floors. 3 steals right now, Cole, 2 assists, but a whopping 14 points, and she's doing it on a high efficiency of 83% from the field, shooting 5 for 6, and beyond the arc, she has not missed.
2 for 2 from beyond the arc, and those 2 threes have helped cut this deficit down to 2 here with a chance to tie the game up. Here's Roberts. Screen from Orisanya, she takes it. Driving baseline, trying to find Holt Malore, she can. That's going to be a travel call there. Got stuck up with her teammate Orisanya and took a little bit too many steps before starting her dribble.
Yeah, I just collided there with Orisanya, then got her foot stuck a little bit there with Hershey. Unfortunate, but took too many steps there.
Here's Haley Posterero. Nev Hershey around midcourt. Wondrusik, crossover, pull up Jay. That one's good, tough bucket from number 1 to put 2 more points on the board for Alberta.
Tough bucket by Wondrusik. Tight handles, elected to shoot the mid-range there. We usually see her shoot the threes, but showing that she has some DeMar DeRozan in her game as well.
Here's Roberts now, guarded tightly by Wondrusik from offense to defense. Here's Holt-Malore, great crossover, takes her screen, puts the layup attempt up, no good, no foul. Out on transition, Alberta, 3-on-2, trying to get it to Wondrusik. She can, she'll hand it in and keep it. Here's Hannah Posterero, three-point attempt from Wondrusik is good. Back-to-back shots for Wondrusik. It's now a 7-point lead for Alberta.
Wondra-sick. The three-pointer. That's her second of the game. And talk about that save, Cole. Transition offense by Alberta. Just a far pass from Posterero, but the hustle from Wondrusik to save the play. Miss the defense. Get herself in the corner. Wide open. Everybody behind us was shouting three. They knew it was going in. And a quick turnaround from this Alberta team.
And also to do it right in front of the Saskatchewan bench. Pressure in your face, definitely words being heard that probably can't be repeated on broadcast, but just a great hustle there. Here's Walshin. Baseline drive, she'll stepped out of bounds there, so it's going to be Alberta ball. So McLennan will check out, and Chappelle will check into the game here for her first minutes. Here's Backer. Here's Sunchins. Back to Haley Posterero. Posterero driving, left-hand layup is good.
That's their bread and butter, that left-handed drive, that left-handed layup from both the Posterero twins.
Here's Wallishin now, takes a screen from Orisanya. Attempted to take the three-pointer, elected not to. Saw the pressure in her face. Here's Burrows driving, ripped by Wondrusik on her drive. Great defensive play there, now using the spin move. That's good. Wondrusik heating up here in the third quarter. That's going to be a timeout from Saskatchewan. They need to talk things through because they cannot stop number one in Alberta.
You love to see it. She's running, screaming to the bench. She knows that she has all the momentum, and she's been so efficient here in this third quarter. She's up to 10 points now. And Cole, talk about that steal. That wasn't even a pickpocket. That was a simple, give me these cookies. I'm ripping it from you. Drove down, and that was not an easy bucket. She had to be really patient with that on that one-on-one, turned around, and another soft touch around the rim. We've also seen her shoot a pair of threes as well, really proving herself on offense. She didn't really get an opportunity in the first three games to really experience and experiment herself offensively, but she has those tight handles, and she has that really good shot form, and she really picks and chooses where and when she wants to shoot and shoots at a high efficiency.
Well, that just is another testament to the coaching staff here for Alberta, giving her the confidence to go out there and find her offensive game despite not really getting the chances earlier on this week.
Right now, this is the biggest lead for Alberta. 11 points, and their bench continues to be dominant. The likes of Wondrusik, the likes of Zarifa in the first half, they're both leading with 10 points each. Right now, 22 bench points, Cole. Saskatchewan's 5.
Yeah, that just can't happen. You can't have that, and that's just a testament to the, like we talked about at a halftime, the every single player on this Alberta squad knowing their role and is playing to it at an exceeding rate. Here's Roberts. Spin move. Wallishin now for three. That's good. So another three from Wallishin now cuts this lead to 8.
And that's exactly what you want coming out the timeout. A nice three from Wallishin. Get one of your best players going and call the timeout, regroup. A lot of threes that we're getting treated to right now in this third.
Definitely a lot of threes. Wallishin up to 11 points now on the game. But a little bit of a worse outing for her. Her last two had 14 by halftime. This one 11 with just 3 minutes left here in the third.
Well, it's always going to be tough going against this tight Alberta defense.
Here's Wondrusik once again from the corner. That one's off the rim, can't find the back of the net, so almost there. 3 triples in a quarter for Wondrusik. That one just bounced in and out.
That was a great set play, though. by Alberta. Get the off screen, wide open in the corner was Wondersick. She hit a 3 earlier in that spot. A great drawn-up play by Alberta.
Here's Wondersick now to inbound for the team in white. Here's Haley Postorero. Wondersick open in the corner, calling for the ball. She'll attempt yet another one. That one's no good. She's feeling herself. Roberts on the floor with the ball. Loose one. And it will continue to be Alberta ball.
Alberta, they've been getting good looks all game.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like Saskatchewan's a little bit lost on defense there. But you can't continue to leave Wondersick open because she's nailing these threes.
Well, something that we saw all week from Alberta is their ball movement and their off-ball movement, which is really good. Always moving. If you're watching now, just watch who doesn't have the ball and watch where they're going. They're always moving. They're always looking for open spaces. It's a huge reason why Wondersick was able to have 2 open looks in a matter of a minute. Great defensive pressure there from Wondersick to get her hands on that one and force a little bit of pressure on Woloshin.
Yeah, Cole, we've been talking about Wondersick's offense, but we haven't even mentioned her defense. She has 5 steals so far in this one.
A true two-way guard, number 1 on Alberta. Here's Roberts. Guarded by Hannah Postorero. Getting a little handsy was number 21 in white, so Saskatchewan's going to get a sideline inbound here. Roberts now. Driving, using her shifty move to try to evade her defender. Woloshin is fouled on her drive, so she will have a sideline inbounds here for Saskatchewan once again.
Alberta keeping up that intensity on defense. Yes, they have 2 fouls on this possession, but they're really making Saskatchewan work for every look they're trying to get.
Five seconds left here on the shot clock. Great cut from Burrows. Her layup attempt is no good. Rebounded back up by Larson. No good as well. Taken aback by Backer, but that's a foul by Burrows.
Just a little bit of frustration there, I think, from Burrows. Missed the wide open layup there, trying to make amends on defense, but just a little bit too aggressive on that one.
Wondersick calling out the plays here. Here's Haley Postorero. Hannah Postorero now driving baseline. Puts up a layup attempt, and that's good. Easy 2 points for number 21.
Fundamental offense from Alberta. A simple pass to Postorero, who's just so efficient in the paint.
10-point lead here now for Alberta. Roberts going up. No foul call there. Sunjins with the rebound. 44-34 with 1:30 left here in the third quarter. Haley to Hannah Postorero. Took a little bit too many steps there before a dribble. That's a travel. Roberts guarded by Wondersick. That pass is wayward. Will still find Burrows in the corner. High post on the elbows. Levy, great turn, great spin, great find for Burrows. 3-point attempt is good. First 3-pointer of the game for number 11, Burrows.
You can't leave Burrows open. She's first in 3-point percentage, shooting 42% beyond the arc.
Cross-court pass from Hannah Postorero to Drainville. Pump fake. Finding Wondersick now. Beats off Roberts. That jab step's going to be a travel from Zarifa, so it's going to be Saskatchewan ball. Burrows will check out here and bring back into the game Holt Malore. Roberts to inbound. Drive from Hope Malore. Layup attempt's good, so check back into the game and instant offense from Hope Malore.
Such a tough bucket from Hope Malore.
Here's Drainville now. Top of the perimeter. Back out to Hannah Postrero. Down low to Zarifa. Ball trying to get ripped out of her hands. And that one's going to be Saskatchewan ball. Wasted possession there for Alberta now. So Seeley checks into the game here, as well as Backer. Eight seconds left here in the quarter. Behind the back from Hope Malore, layup attempt, no good. Foul call though. So Hope Malore will head to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, shot clock winding down. Who do you call for? You call for your best player, Cole. Hope Malore. She's got 16 points, shooting 75% from the field, hasn't missed beyond the arc. She's so efficient on offense and also efficient from that charity stripe that which we talked about before. She's made the second most and has the best percentage at the free throw line, but she's really been Saskatchewan's player today.
Yeah, she's been the focal point of the offense as the second one falls through. No timeout call here from Alberta, so a couple seconds left here to put a shot up. That's no good. We go and head into the fourth quarter. It was an 11-point lead, the largest here in the third. It's now 44-41 in terms of Alberta lead. 3-point lead for them here.
Cole, I'm starting to get a little bit upset now because now that this game is dwindling down and in the fourth quarter, I don't want to see one of these teams go home.
I know.
I'm really enjoying watching Saskatchewan and watching Alberta because that was probably the best quarter of basketball that we've seen all tournament. Just a flurry of threes. I mean, Alberta outscored Saskatchewan 21-20, probably the highest
scoring quarter
between both sides that we've seen. So it's a little bit upsetting that one of these teams has to go home, but it's also very exciting that we get to commentate and watch this fourth quarter and watch one of these teams go and play Ontario because it's been a tight game all game, and it's a 3-point game, and these are the moments you live for. I'm pretty interested to see how both these teams close out. Saskatchewan, they had 2 blowout wins, had a little bit of a test against Manitoba, and they had to close out well against Manitoba, but Alberta, again, are very battle-tested. The last time they were in this position against Quebec, they didn't close out well. They started off the fourth quarter really well the first 5 minutes, but then Quebec pulled away. So same thing kind of happened with Ontario in the second half. They led the first quarter, Alberta. We're only down by a couple of points at the half, but then they didn't really show up in the second half. So I think Alberta has a lot to prove here, but they've been playing a near-perfect game so far.
I 100% agree, Jackson. I'm really, really interested to see how Alberta chooses to take on this fourth quarter. Who do they look to on offense? Obviously, defensively, they're going to be great. They've been great all games. Zarifa, both Posterero sisters have been great in the paint as well as on the perimeter guarding the guards. But right now, who's it going to be they look to on offense for their points? Is it Wandersick? Is it Nev Hershey? Could it be Zarifa like she went off in the first quarter? It's going to be really interesting to see.
I really think they're going to look for Wandersick here. Not only is she making shots, but Cole, we're right up close. You can see she's commanding the offense. She's demanding the offense. This is the loudest I've ever seen her play so far. Yeah, she's screaming at her teammates, demanding the ball and telling them where to be. She's acting like a real leader here. Great cut from Backer. That's a great start to the fourth quarter for Alberta. It's a great design play. Nice drawn-up play from Alberta to get an easy bucket to open the fourth.
Larson now open in the paint. Her shot's good. So both teams with easy buckets to open up the last outing here.
Simple bounce pass by Wallishin.
Here's Posterero to Grace Backer. Here's Hershey. Grab step. Hershey, she thought about shooting it. She does. That one's off the rim and out. Battle for the ball in the paint between Burrows, Zarifa, and Posterero, and it's going to be Saskatchewan ball.
Just good look there from Hershey. She's third right now in field goal percentage, shooting 42% so far this tournament. You can't leave her open.
Here's Hope Malore now. Wayward pass, stolen back by who else but Zarifa this game. Driving, easy layup. is good. So a steal and 2 points for number 12. A real 2-for-1.
A great press by Alberta, but here comes the team in green.
Levy's layup is good. So coast to coast, both teams, you score, I score. Just as the first 3 quarters have gone on, no different here in the fourth. Hershey now out to the corner to Wandersick. She'll drive baseline, driving again, finding Hershey on the 3-point line. That one's no good. Wallishin on the rebound. Finding Larson in the corner, driving baseline. And she stepped out of bounds, so it will be Alberta ball. Here's Grace Backer. Wandersick in the corner, pump fake. Finds Backer, top of the perimeter. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. 6 seconds left. Here's Nev Hershey. Stops her dribble, puts it up, blocked by Hope Malord, gets it back, floater attempt, no good. Levy on the rebound.
Hope Malord, great tight defensive pressure, forcing a tough shot on Hershey, who's such an efficient shooter, but even better defensive stance in 21.
Here's Walshin, screen from Levy. Walshin drives left side, throws up a layup, no good. Levy tried to grab the board, she can't get it. Haley Postorero on the sideline now, can push the pace for Alberta. In the corners, Nev Hershey. She dribbles, takes it up, puts up a layup attempt and is good for the and one. Nev Hershey, potential 3-point play here to give a 6-point lead potentially to Alberta.
Just give it to Nev Hershey and let her do some work. Cole, we've seen time and time again, she's just so good at creating shots for herself, weaving through the defense, and what a tight, tough finish. As she's falling, had to scoop that one, a hard fall, but it all makes amends as she goes to the free throw line for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Great steal there from Nev Hershey. Now here's Wandersick putting up a rebound. The layup attempt is good. That's 2 more points for Wandersick. Saskatchewan needs a timeout. It's an 8-point lead for Alberta.
It's clear that Alberta clearly talked entering this fourth quarter that they want to press on defense, Cole. Their half-court defense has been good all game, standing tall, switching, tight perimeter defense, fouling when they need to foul at the right time. But right now it seems to be that they saved all their energy for this very moment. They knew it was going to be a tough game coming up against a Saskatchewan team that's 3-0. They knew that they needed this endurance, and they're using all of this endurance and stamina when it matters the most down the stretch, keeping that high pressure, and they're forcing a lot of turnovers in Saskatchewan's end, which is leading to simple points.
And I floated the question of who would Alberta look to on offense here in this fourth quarter. They've struggled to close out games. And right now, it's not one singular person. It's the guard play from this team in white. Grace Backer, Nev Hershey, Wandersick. These players have illustrated this offense and helped out the ball movement as well as the off-ball movement. And it's created a lot of scoring opportunities here for Alberta.
Well, Cole, you're right. It has been the guard play, but sometimes your best offense is your defense right now. And the amount of turnovers that Alberta is forcing is really just accumulating points. They forced 29 turnovers to Saskatchewan's 18 so far. So leading the turnover battle, and that's always going to give you the lead in the fourth.
Hope Malord, good break of the press there from Saskatchewan. McLennan now up and under. Basket does not count though. That's a travel.
Saskatchewan doesn't like that call. McLennan, the referee on the sideline, was right there though to make the call.
Here's Wandersick. Grace Backer to Nev Hershey now. Cross court to Wandersick. Back to Backer. Backer jab step, finds Wandersick for 3. That one's no good. Almost rebounded by Zarifa or Postorero. Now being hounded is Holt Malor for the ball. It will be Saskatchewan.
Another great look there from 3 from Wandersick. She's not afraid to pull that trigger. Saskatchewan really have to guard her tight line on the perimeter because she'll start to make you pay down the line.
Hannah Postorero checks into the game for Nev Hershey. And here's Holt Malore. Trying to pick up her dribble. She can. Back to Levy now. Great spin move on Zarifa, and the pull-up J is good. We know how good Levy can be on those, and she finally hits once again. Here's Backer now, top of the perimeter. Low post is Haley Postorero. Her floater is good. Good turnaround J from number 2.
She had the time. She had the space. I don't think she even knew how open she'd be, but she'll take that every day of the week.
Heavy pressure from Alberta here on Holt Malore. Screen from Levy for Roberts. Back to Holt Malore, will drive, step back. Spin move, great move, blocked by Grace Backer on the shot attempt. Alberta slowing things down now as the lead stands still at 8. Cross court to Wandersick, almost picked off by Roberts. Here's Backer now, spinning, finding Haley Postorero, trying to get the shot up, but the shot clock violation is there. It will be Saskatchewan ball.
Yeah, Cole, a little bit of lackluster on offense there just for that possession. Alberta just swinging around the perimeter, looking for the open teammate, but not a lot of off-ball movement there. Simple perimeter defense from Saskatchewan. You like to kind of see Alberta move a little bit more there on offense.
Here's Roberts now. Here's Burrows, Zarifa guarding. She'll drive, left side, puts a layup attempt up, no good. Backer on the rebound. Now here's Hannah Postorero. Cross court to Wandersick, open for 3. That one's off the rim and no good. Postorero on the rebound. Here's Grace Backer. Back to Wandersick. Elects not to shoot it. Backer to Hannah Postorero. Back to Wandersick for 3. That one's no good. Rebounded once again by Postorero. Puts the shot up. She's blocked and that ball's out. It will still be Alberta ball.
Tell you what, Wandersick may have missed 2 3-pointers there, but that is the better offense that I'm talking about from Alberta. Swinging the ball, drawing the extra defender in, so you're always going to have that open teammate, and they're making that right final pass. They're making that right final look. Just couldn't get those shots to fall, but that is the better offense I'm talking about from Alberta.
Yeah, you can't be mad with Wandersick taking those 3-point attempts because they're both open, and she's made a lot today. Here's Grace Backer in the corner. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Driving baseline on Wallish and spin move. That's a travel. Even though she puts it back up, basket won't count.
Like Grace Backer, we saw in earlier games, she always loves that downhill drive to attack the paint there. She did a decent job at weaving through, just took that extra step.
8-point game here with 4:39 left. In favor of the team in white, Alberta, for a chance to play Ontario in the semifinals. Here's Wallishin now. She'll pull from deep. That one's off the rim and no good. Ball's rolling out. It will be Alberta ball.
That's a high IQ play by Wandersick, something that won't be on the stat sheet, but just simply boxing out Roberts, not allowing that second chance opportunity, which we've seen a lot of offensive rebounds this whole tournament, Cole. But again, another high IQ play by Wandersick. She's just been so great on all levels on floor. 5 steals, Cole, in the double digits for points. I can't just talk enough about her.
Yeah, she's having a really, really good game. But now, Jackson, we got about 4 minutes left to play here. Game plans are definitely going to be set in these timeouts unless it gets a little bit closer. We'll have another one. So if you're Saskatchewan, you're down by 8 points. What are you doing here? What's your game plan?
I think it's as simple as you have to start pressuring in Alberta's half court. You've seen Alberta come out starting strong in that fourth quarter, pressing Saskatchewan, forcing the turnovers. And if you're the team in green, you need those turnovers. You need those quick buckets. You need those quick points, because 8 points, it could be a quick turnaround, but it could sometimes be pretty high hill to climb. So I'd like to see some defensive pressure by Saskatchewan, because you have to leave it out on these 4 minutes. You could be going home. You don't want to start off 3-0 and go home to an Alberta team that's right now just outworking you.
Yeah, outworking you, out-hustling you, and outscoring you right now as well. So 4 minutes till a chance and fate with Ontario in the semifinals for one of these two teams here. Alberta will restart us. Here's Grace Backer. Backer surveying her options. Here's Hannah Postorero. Back out to Wondershuk. She'll attempt a three-pointer. That's good! Add another one to her three-point tally. What a game Wondershuk is having.
And what a cross-court pass by Postorero. Cole, we've said time and time again, if you leave Wondershuk open, she will make you pay, and she did right there on the left side.
Walliston looking to the referees for the foul call there. It was not called. Here's Hannah Postorero. Backer now. Back to Postorero, driving. Finding Zarifa, but the pass is cut out by Burrows, and it's cut back out by Postorero. Fighting for it on the ball is Backer and Roberts. Jump ball call will be Saskatchewan's.
That's a great quick poke there by Postorero as Roberts in transition. She loves to go coast to coast, end to end, very fast, loves to push that tempo, but a great stop there by Postorero to stop Roberts' tempo and change the pace.
Wet spot on the floor, so referee and players are just trying to get rid of it. And now we'll restart with Roberts to inbound for the team in green. Here's Holt Malore, handoff back to Roberts. To Levy now, top of the perimeter. Walliston now being hounded by Hannah Postorero. Here's Hope Malore. Layup attempt is up. It's no good. Loose ball picked back up by Grace Backer. Wondrusuk now back to Backer. Great ball movement here from Alberta. Postorero, floater, no good. Can't get to the rebound. That's Levy's job. So here's Saskatchewan in transition, but ripped once again from Hannah Postorero.
The pickpocketer, Cole, coming out from nowhere. 6 steals a game.
Backer now for three. That one's off the rim and no good. Rebounded once again by Levy. Now being hounded by two players. Fighting for it. No call yet. And that will be Alberta ball.
Great trap by Alberta there, double teaming Levy in the corner. Had to use all of her pivot to try to escape that, but just tight on the double team. That right there, that play, Cole, just sums up Alberta's defense.
Yeah, hounding defense from Alberta, not allowing you to have any type of breathing room once you get that ball off the inbound. Here's Nev Hershey, who's just checked back into this one. Haley Postorero. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Neve Hershey's got to find a shot. She'll drive and blocked by Levy. Always had to force one there with seconds running down on the shot clock, and Levy just getting her hand up and swatting that one away.
Tough block by Levy there. Makes up for the turnover, but again, a nice shot by Hershey. Had to heave it up with 1 second remaining, but just better defense by Levy, just standing in her position there.
Two minutes left here in this fourth quarter. Here's Levy now, spinning, finding Roberts. Spin move, turnaround Jay with the shot clock running down. That one's no good.
And Cole, we've talked about it time and time again. Alberta's defense, every single player is just guarding so intensely. Eyes hawking on the ball, hawking on their man. It's just so star-studded to watch.
11-point lead here for Alberta with 1:40 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Hershey driving, finding Zarifa. Good cut from the big woman, and it's 2 more points for Zarifa.
She's up to 14 now, a quieter second half, but a great finish by Zarifa there as a travel call, and Cole, $1:30 left to go. Alberta up 13.
They started to trail away here in this fourth. It was really close coming into this one, and then the offense from Wondrusuk, as well as Zarifa and the rest of the girls on this team have pulled away here for a 13-point lead. Here's Backer. Haley Postorero. Back to Backer. To Nev Hershey now. Driving baseline. Trying to find her teammate. That's great defense from Wallachin. But it's stolen right back by Backer. Here's Nev Hershey. Wondrusuk pump fake, and that's a hard foul there.
Yeah, hard foul, but a good closeout there by Holt Malore as just under a minute left, clock's ticking. But what a battle from Wondrusuk. She's played every single second in this fourth quarter there. She'll limp off, and that right there just speaks volumes to the game that she had. She'll probably check out for the game here. 15 points, 6 for 18 shooting, 3 3-pointers, Cole. Just a really good performance from Wondrusuk. And right now she's limping off and she's feeling some pain, but the pain will feel even better when they go to this semifinal matchup against Ontario, and it will feel worth it.
It will. 52 seconds left here. Hershey falls down, is able to get it to Haley Postorero. Back out to Zarifa, back out to Hannah Postorero. Her dribble stopped, and she's fouled. So, 13-point lead here for Alberta with 42 seconds left to play. It's seeming even more likely here that they'll take on Ontario tomorrow in the semifinals, and what a matchup that will be, Jackson.
It will be a great matchup, Cole. We got to see Alberta and Ontario match up the second day at this very gym at Ontario Tech, and Alberta won the first quarter, the only quarter won by an opposing team against Ontario. They kept it very close in the first half. The second half, Ontario really started to pull through, but this is an Alberta squad that's been battle-tested. And coming into this game, 0-3, the underdogs, they really proved their worth, proved how good of a defensive team they are, and how good they could be on offense. 4 players today in the double-digit point scoring column. Backer with 10, Postorero with 10, Zarifa with 14, Wondrusuk with 15, 33 bench points. We've been talking about Ontario's depth all tournament long, right? They're 5 switch, 5 in, 5 out, keeping their endurance, pressing for 4 quarters. But Alberta proving that, yeah, we have some depth too, and we're coming for the gold.
Yeah.
Don't forget, they're the bronze medal winners last year.
Yeah, no, these guys were the bronze medal winners last year, and they're showing out like that right now. They've taken a huge lead in this fourth quarter, and it's been down to the likes of Wondrusuk and Haley Postorero with 10 points, and as well as many others on this team that have helped out get to this large lead. And against Ontario, it'll be really, as Holt Malore jacks one up and makes the 3. It's a 10-point game with 25 seconds left to go. But like I was saying, Greer Holt Malore with a big shot there. But like I was saying before, Ontario versus Alberta, we saw it earlier on, and Ontario was able to pull away in that fourth quarter and get the win against the Alberta squad. But like you mentioned, they won that first quarter. It was a really, really interesting one where Alberta came out hot. They were making shots, and they were getting stops on an Ontario team that all tournament has looked like you can't stop them on offense. It'll be really interesting to see how a player like Sienna Morris on Ontario matches up against the big men of Alberta.
It will be, and I think as we're still commentating on the Saskatchewan squad, that we have to give them their flowers because they played so well this whole tournament. They started off 3-0, 2 blowout wins. Definitely a lot of reasons to hold your head high still. You may have lost to Alberta, a team that started 3-0, but don't forget they won the bronze. So for Saskatchewan, you hold your head high. And one of my favorite players to watch these past few days on Saskatchewan is definitely Holt Malore. And wow, Cole, she had herself a game today. 21 points. Shooting so efficient, 7 for 11. She didn't miss a 3-pointer, 3 for 3.
Yeah.
She's just so instrumental to this team. And you can just see how well she does on every level of this court. And another good player that I've loved to watch is Wallachin. She didn't have that exciting of a game today. It's always going to be tough going against that big, tough, tight Alberta defense. But she was 6 in scoring for the tournament, averaged over 12 points a game, one of the best field goal percentages, near 40%. A lot of reasons to hold your head high if you're Saskatchewan.
Yeah, lots of reasons. One of my favorites too, Kierden Wolshin. Like, just one of the best offensive players I've watched all tournament. In those first 3 games in the preliminary rounds was playing a lot like Caitlin Clark, going out there and playing hard on defense, finding teammates all over the court, as well as shooting the ball really, really well. Today, still a pretty good game from her. 11 points, really good, but obviously in those previous games she was way more of an offensive threat and problem for the teams facing her. Today, Alberta just were able to lock her up, and congrats to them. They're going to go on to probably play Ontario here with 20 seconds left here to play, 61-50. It's looking like a good matchup come tomorrow on Friday.
Definitely a good matchup. It's unfortunate that it's only the semifinals, Cole, because like we said, we were very impressed watching Saskatchewan and Alberta, and we thought they would meet Ontario in the finals, but it just so happened that they got matched up on the same side of the bracket, and they'll have to face the reigning champs next round.
Seconds running out here. Great break of the press from Alberta, and they'll just try to keep this one as the seconds go down. Great ball movement here. Being able to fend off the pressure as Alberta, despite 0-3 in the preliminary rounds, gets the win in the quarterfinals. The girls are hyped. The score is 61-50 in favor of the team in white against Saskatchewan. What a game we got to watch here, Jackson, in the quarterfinals. We're not done for the day yet, though. In about 30 minutes, we'll have another quarterfinal matchup between British Columbia and Nova Scotia here at 3:45 for a chance to play Quebec in the other side of the bracket of the semifinals here in the under-15 Women's Canada Basketball National Championships. For myself, Cole Hales, and Jackson Vidori sitting beside me, thank you for tuning in and watching these quarterfinals matchup, but don't go anywhere because we've got even more basketball for you today at 3:45. We'll see you in a bit.